Hello, welcome back to some more Rune Factory 3. What are we waiting for? We are waiting for December the 2nd, so we can have our, December, I say, Winter the 2nd, so we can have our special festival. And that's about all we're looking for right now. Because I'm pretty sure that's all we're looking for. I am waiting for Azura to be ready, because she had posted all, like, so I was doing another recording before this, and Azura's all like, oh, well, just let me know when you're done that, so I can join you for runes. So I finished it, I messaged her, like, almost 10 minutes ago. And it's like, sure, she's probably just busy playing a game or something, or watching some video and doesn't notice the Discord sounds. Honestly, I hope that's the case. Hope that she's busy being distracted by something else good. She is playing some game. I'm hoping that that game is just so much fun that she doesn't even notice Discord. As opposed to something really, really bad happening being the reason. I'm trying to, you know, not stress about stuff that might be nothing. Whole thing, don't stress about something that hasn't yet happened, because then if it happens, you'll wind up stressing about it anyway, but if it doesn't happen, then the stress will be for nothing. So on the Pundit Square of... Pun Square? Is that it? On the Pun Square of... actions versus value, there is no benefit to stressing about a thing before it happens. However, there is benefit to a bit of stress, as long as you can as long as you can find out exactly what potential aspects are stressing you and do things to rectify it. I don't know, you're going to a city for a weekend for reasons and you don't know if, like, I don't know, you don't know if you'll be safe? Bring some security gear along with you. It's like, yeah, this is good security gear, now I don't have to stress about that. Going to spend the holidays with family, but there's going to be a lot of people there and you don't know if you'll actually be able to get a bed, or if you'll share a bed, or sleep on the couch, or like what your sleeping arrangement is going to be. I mean, I would say, oh, just, you know, ask the people in charge of determining those things. Usually the host. Sometimes it's not, but it's usually the host. And find out. But with my family, that hasn't really been... It's like, well, yeah, you'll be sleeping in the bed, or unless these people come in, because then they'll get the bed instead, because why put just you in the bed when, like, you know, all three of them can go in the one bed instead? Like, no sense in putting all three of them on the couch when I could just put the one of you on the couch, which is like, okay, fine, but it'd be nice to... But we don't know if they're coming, but if they do come by, then you'd be sleeping on the couch, but if, like, so-and-so else also comes by, then... Like, they'll have to take part of the bed because they can't sleep on the couch because, I don't know, they're old, they're... What is it? They're not in the physical condition necessary to sleep on a couch for a night and then be fine the next day. It's like, okay, so they'll have to get the couch, but say, like, but they get the bed, so then someone who, from the other family, they'll be on the couch, so then you'll have to, like, be on the floor. The couch is only really big enough for one person. So you might have to sleep on the floor, but you also might get a bed. And there's a possibility of a couch in there as well. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna bring... Alright, cool. How's the blanket situation? If I run out? Cool, I'll bring a blanket. I've done it before. Heck, I've done that as an adult. Just get a nice, big, thick blanket, put it down on the ground, preferably on top of carpet. Have a nice, comfortable place to sleep on, and then wrap the blanket on top of you as well, so you can sleep both on top of and under a blanket. I did it a few years ago when my, not the mattress, the bed frame, when the bed frame broke. But it was like midnight, so I couldn't just, you know, fix it, because I didn't want to. Yeah, I couldn't just fix it, and I couldn't just move the mattress, because that'd just be heavy. So instead, I just set myself up to just sleep in the living room for that night instead, and I dealt with it the next day.
Ouch!
But yeah, since the Sarah's not here yet, I can talk about Frosthaven. And I'm sure that no sooner will I start talking about Frosthaven than Azura's gonna come by and be all, oh, what? Frosthaven? Maybe I should leave again.
Ouch!
Frosthaven's been going well.
Ouch!
It is a fair bit to deal with having 4 separate characters at once, especially when all 4 of them have specific battle goals that either have to be attended to the entire mission, or just to have to make sure that you actually do them and remember that you specifically did that goal during the mission. Right now, 2 of my 4 characters have maximized their battle goals, so I only have to worry about 2. And usually at least one of them gets a simple mission. It's like, oh, never use potions, okay? This character has 1 potion. Let's just turn that down. It's like, okay. But I think one of the battle goals is like, oh, kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions on it. And it's like, well, this character kills enemies, and this party likes to put multiple negative conditions on enemies. Likes to stun, likes to wound, likes to poison. Sometimes even disarming them, like... But all of that, on top of whatever special scenarios that the scenario has. Gosh, I did one last night. Took a long time because the entire mission is basically a stealth mission, and it was arbitrarily difficult, but I really enjoyed it. It's like, okay, so, like, these 4 monsters aren't actually monsters and can't be interacted with, but at the end of the round, if you're, like, if any, like, party member is adjacent to any of them, then they'll spawn an extra monster on the map, but also an extra monster will spawn every 3 rounds, so if you go too slow, you might get swarmed anyway. But the entrance is also the exit. You have to break in, and then break back out again. But you don't actually have to kill all of the monsters. So you could trip the alarm once or twice and be fine. I made it through the entire scenario. Did not trip the alarm, and I only had to break out 4 objectives. Yeah, I got all 8 instead. I was thinking that there would be like extra perks, extra rewards for getting more. No. So if my vague musings wind up telling you about... Well, if you wind up playing Frosthaven and finding this one specific scenario and playing it, and remember my musings about this. When playing 4-player, there's 8 objectives that are possible to get, but you only need to get 4 to complete the scenario. And yes, truly, you only need 4. The game doesn't care if you get extras. Also, the Frosthaven items are so interesting because some of the items seem to be just plain bad. But with the right characters, the right classes, you can make use of just plain bad items and either make them okay or actually really good. So I'm just gonna fully spoil. There's a potion that deals 10 damage to you if you drink it. Yeah. It's like, hey, use this item, and it gets used up for the length of the scenario, like every potion, I think. I haven't found a potion that isn't just a... Bleh. What was I saying? Right. And the thing you get is, yeah, take 10 damage. It's like, okay, that only seems like a bad thing. How could it be a good thing to take 10 damage? Well, there's one particular character class. I'm gonna turn down the volume of the runes just a little bit. There's one particular character class that actually benefits from it. A character class that I happen to be running. A character class that probably should have been... A character that probably should have been retired forever ago, but that hasn't been retired either due to excessive bad luck on my part. The retirement goal is, like, read 8 names during outpost events. And it's like, I've had that character for a long time. I'm surprised that I haven't yet read 8 names during outpost events. But the thing is, I probably did, and just didn't realize most of them were names. Like, oh yes, the Mayor Savas, because I was probably thinking, oh, read 8, like, new people. Like, oh yeah, Mayor Savas. Like, that's, you know, that's the mayor. That doesn't count. But yeah, no, that counts. That's a name. Yeah. Like, yeah, that is a name, alright. That counts as reading a name. Savas, like Mayor Savas or something? It's close to that. Whatever. I probably should have actually wound up retiring that character and then just wound up not doing so because of reasons like that, but I can't actually just go back through all of my old Outpost event cards that I've completed and see how many of them actually did have names. Because I transferred from playing, you know, on paper to playing digitally, so I don't have, like, the exact cards in the order that I had been using them in. Oh well, how unfortunate. How is that unfortunate? What?
Huh?
Yeah, are you going into my house? Oh yeah, well, one of the cards that you can get eventually is the next time you would take damage this round while adjacent to an enemy, instead, that enemy takes the damage and you don't take any damage. So, activate that card, drink the potion, and instead of you taking 10 damage, that enemy takes 10 damage. Use up one of your pocket items and a top action to deal 10 damage. You don't got to care about shields nor retaliate, just deal 10 damage. Period. So yeah, it is, it's a pretty nice little combo.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning.
I think I'd win if I just put in an off-season, like, crystal flower or golden vegetable.
Morning. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh. Ouch.
Interesting. Do. I have... Oh. There you are. I was just about to say, yeah, I have stuff I want to talk about a little bit, but I was waiting for you to come on in.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about?
Huh, first of all, you really brought on OBS. Alright, did that fix your volume?
I don't know, did it?
Yeah, kind of.
Welcome. Good morning.
So I got a package that I'd ordered today. Because I had ordered, it's supposed to be one of those hanger things you put on a door and you can, like, put stuff in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Good morning.
Sure.
So... Actually, wait, now I'm curious about that. So I got it, and, you know, opened it all up, looked through all the packaging and stuff. It's missing the hooks. I don't have the hooks for it. So I can't actually hang it on the door. And it's not sturdy enough to just act as a shelf. It'll just fall over.
Morning.
Okay.
So I tried to submit a ticket that's like, hey, I don't necessarily want to be like a replace or a refund on this item. I just need these hooks that are supposed to come with it. So I can actually hang this thing.
Huh? Welcome. Hello. Hello. Huh? Hi there. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I also got some boost drinks as well,
Yeah.
because they were really cheap. And I got the variety pack that comes with a few different flavors, including basically a coffee flavor. So I wound up having that one, because, I mean, sometimes I like coffee flavor if it's not too strong. A nice ice cap can be pretty good. It was a bit strong, so strong in fact that even though I've tossed the bottle away, my room still smells like coffee.
Okay.
Whoa. I have you at 200%, and I can still barely hear you.
Hey.
Alright.
Hello. Oh, and unpleasant. Hello. Oh. Hello. Hello.
Oh, and the other thing I wound up getting from the package was a new set of earbuds. So when one set starts to die, I can put them into charge and swap over to the other set. So I don't just have to have just one earbud in at a time anymore. Which is actually impactful, because it turns out that one of the background musics of Rune Factory here has a bit of music that's only in one ear. So if I was just using my right earbud, I wouldn't hear it at all. I do find it a bit... not quite annoying, just kind of unfortunate when things do that. It's like, I understand if it's, you know, for a professional song, blah, 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 high-tech, fancy, whoozy, what's-its. It's like, this is just background music for a farming game. People should be able to experience the whole thing. If someone is, like, say, deaf in one ear, they should still be able to hear it all in the other ear. I know a few months ago I saw a video someone made about making like a Game Boy game. And after I watched it, I went down to the comments, and like half the comments were talking about the like the annoying Game Boy music that had been playing the entire video. I hadn't noticed any music. Yeah, they had the music playing specifically in the left ear. And I'd only had my right ear put in. Also, for some reason, I'm on only like 4 hours of sleep. I don't know why I woke up at like 9 in the morning, but I tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't, so instead I'm just up. Up and doing stuff. Also, I keep getting emails from someone about, it's like, oh, it's almost time to like renew your warranty, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I think that it's for the kettle that I bought like 4 years ago. That I'd got the extended warranty on because everyone was saying that it breaks just after 2 years of use. Because the basic warranty that comes with it is 2 years. So of course the kettle breaks just after the warranty expires. But I got the 4-year warranty, so of course my kettle didn't break. But now I keep getting emails like, oh, on December 12th, your warranty is going to expire. Ooh, ooh. It's like, yeah, I don't want to renew it. No, no. It's like, oh, but if you don't renew it by the 12th, then it will expire by itself. Ooh, it's like, yeah, that's the option I want. Like, I don't know how many emails you're going to send me on this, but you won't listen to anything when I send you an email back. So now I just have them go straight into spam. So, sir, how have you been?
Yeah. I'm all right. Just
Some people
mostly.
got, like, really, really mad at me today/yesterday. Well, for something relatively stupid, too, like always.
Oh?
I was talking in the Frosthaven Discord about the possibilities, potential, and difficulties of doing Frosthaven at difficulty +6. And some people were so mad at me about it. Why in the flip would you ever do such a flippin' thing? That's so stupid. Why would you ever do that? I don't know, just to do it, to say that you did? Apparently these people never heard about, you know, just doing something for the heck of it. I don't know. Why does anybody ever try speedrunning a game? Why does anyone ever make more than one category for speedrunning a game? Why do people do low percents? Why have people legitimately done the over 24-hour Twilight Princess low percent speedrunning route? It's actually been brought down to less than 24 hours now, but there was still a route that was over 24 hours that people did. I mean, heck, in that case, why play Frosthaven in the first place? Why not just say that you did it and not actually just waste the time in doing so? Like, but people got really mad at me about it. It's like, well, obviously this is just bait. Oh, congratulations, you got me. It's like, no, this is legitimate. It is like an actual, like, theoretical thing that one could do. And I was able to almost complete Scenario 1 with, like, basic, fresh characters. On my first attempt at doing so, too. Like, I had just about done it. With a bit more luck, yeah, it would actually be possible. So, oh no, it's literally impossible. The maximum damage output that you can do is this number. If you do all of this, and you'd have to spend, like, this many rounds to make this output, and that's, like, less than the amount to last for the entire thing. It doesn't matter that the gods have retaliate, because the retaliate, isn't enough to make a difference in the amount of damage that you can do, so literally the numbers that you can deal, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I think it was close enough where, like, if the shamans didn't flip, like, a healing card at the wrong time, I actually, like, would have won. Like, if the shaman had just not been flipping healing cards, after I had already, like, wounded it, I think I wounded it, whatever. Yeah, I actually would have won. So now I have half a mind to just redo that scenario again. Write it down on, like, a notepad or something, like, okay, this is what you do, this is how you start, round 1, get this, round 2, get this, blah, 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 blah. But I know if I actually do that and write it out completely with a step-by-step guide of how to do it, those same people would get mad at me for, oh, well, the odds of actually doing that are astronomical, so there's no point in even attempting. It's like, astronomical odds is still possible. There's like a 1 in like a billion chance to pull a turn 0 Exodia. But it's still possible. It's still a thing that could be done. There's, you know, a 1 in a billion chance, possibly, that there could be life on another planet, but there are people who spend their lives seeing if there's life on other planets. Like, yeah, sometimes, it's like, so what if the odds are slim? Slim odds doesn't mean 0. It means it's possible. But yeah, these people just got so mad at me for no particular reason. And it's... So yeah, so I just blocked them, whatever. Like, I don't understand why people just get so angry about nothing. Like, heck, like I mentioned earlier, I got a package in the mail today that didn't come with all the pieces, so I can't actually use it as intended. Yeah, I'm not mad about it, I just, like, you know, went through the process of submitting a ticket not to an automatic bot to say, like, hey, I'm missing the hooks for this. I might hear back eventually. I might not. So be it. You know? I left a 4-star review on it because, like, yeah, product seems fine, but it's missing pieces, so, you know, if you buy this, it might be missing the hooks. Which, companies are faster to respond to a poor rating on their item than they are to... In fact, I should actually make it a 1-star rating so the company will actually care enough to respond to it. As opposed to someone just, like, calling in and screaming at them. Yo, life hack, actually, for anyone out there listening. If you want good customer service, don't yell at the people giving customer service. If you are, like, really polite about stuff, occasionally people will, you know, go against company policy to help you. Not always, and that's part of it. You have to accept that you won't always get what you want. But you're more likely to get what you want if you are polite about it. If you're looking for help, and you can articulate yourself in a clear and concise manner, which I have trouble with at the best of times, people are more willing to help with stuff. If someone has an idea and you think it's a bad idea, yelling at them and calling them an idiot isn't going to just make them suddenly go, "Oh, gee, Willikers, you're right. I am an absolute flippin' fool and a moron." Of course, no one would ever want to play a game, ever, except in specifically the way that it was intended to, and never, ever, ever in any other possible way ever, period, ever. Obviously, people must only use entertainment for its proper registered value, and never try to make other forms of entertainment out of these same things. If I had Gloomhaven when I was a kid, I probably would have spent more time just playing with the pieces than actually, like, playing the game properly. You ever do that sort of stuff as a kid, Azura? Use like the pieces of, like, board games and stuff to play around with things instead?
Not really.
What, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I did. My cousins and I would make up, like, alternate Monopoly rules and stuff. We'd do, like, play gambling, like, with Monopoly money, whatever, like... I mean, heck, Lego is famous for it. Building things that aren't just the, like, registered kits and stuff.
Well, I mean, I do that, but...
I still remember I made a game with my cousin once using dominoes. With a Mexican train. You know the Mexican trains, those specials, like, little trains that you get off from there. So we'd each get, like, one of these little trains and, like, 5 dominoes to start with, and we'd have to make, like, a barrier for the train. We sat at, like, opposite ends of a smooth table, and we would take turns flicking dominoes at the other person's barrier. If their train falls, the round is over. The person whose train is still up gets an extra domino to add to their base. And then you go again. So yeah, that's not the intended means of playing with dominoes, but it was still fun to do. Oh, everyone's joined in a D&D campaign. And I mentioned that I like playing, like, interesting characters, because, like, the DM was there, so we talked about, like, the campaign to be and all that stuff. So I was asking, it's like, oh, it's like, other than, you know, core rulebook and stuff, what other stuff is available? Can I use, like, Savage Species? Can I use, like, play as a magic out? Like, what other stuff so I can do something quirky and fun? And some random neckbeard other player was in, like, oh, all you ever need is a PHP and you can make your characters fun and quirky with just that. It's like, you should just make a human fighter with the dire flail and just make the personality anything you want. It's like, I don't want to play a human fighter with or without a dire flail. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to be playing another, you know, dwarven cleric, because everyone knows there's only 4 characters in D&D. Dwarven cleric, human fighter, elf wizard, and halfling rogue. Those are the only characters in D&D, and that's all you ever need. Okay. Go back to 1st edition, Grandpa. This is 3.5 edition. The most creative edition. Well, technically 3rd edition is most creative. My big problem is just, I get bored with things. That's partially why I have so many unfinished video games. So I've just gotten bored of things. And it's like, oh yeah, like Little Witch Nobita. Fun enough game. I was enjoying my time playing it when I got to see new things. When I got to fight the new boss for the first time or go to a new region. Little Witch Nobita is basically like a Dark Souls-esque game. You go explore, you find new places, you occasionally get new abilities-ish, kind of. And you fight some really impressive-looking bosses. However, the bosses are tough, because of course, this is a Souls-like. But you can grind and upgrade your character and stuff. It's like, okay, well, I could spend several hours grinding, just be ready for this boss, then spend several hours grinding for the next boss. I've already spent multiple hours grinding for this boss. Like, I don't want to spend, like, 10 more hours grinding, fighting these same couple of enemies, just for boss number 3. And then to do that again when it comes to boss number 4. Like, I just want to go, see the new stuff, and keep moving on. But I stopped playing. Maybe eventually I'll come back to it, see if there's like an easy mode or something just to play through it, but it's like... Yeah, like with D&D, I've played a lot of characters that are just base, like, Player's Handbook only. I don't really want to keep playing, like... I don't think I've played, like, a base, like, human fighter in probably, like, 10 years. Probably even longer. I don't think I might not have ever actually played a base human fighter in any D&D campaign where I wasn't also DMing it. That's another thing that I used to do back when I got, like, the red box for D&D with, like, starter stuff for D&D things. Since I didn't have anyone to play with, I just made characters on my own and just played the, like, pre-made scenarios and quests and stuff. And, like, heck, that was a lot of fun. That was a good way to spend an afternoon. Moving around to my little minis on the board. It's like, oh yeah, they're on, like, the little horse with the wagon, but now there's, goblins around. So they have to not only fight off the goblins, but they also have to keep the horse safe, because if the horse dies, well, then there goes the horse. So I could totally see myself winding up just doing stuff like that with, like, Gloomhaven. Just, yeah, this seems like a good amount of monsters here. Let's, really get a feel for it. Oh, gosh. All the Haven games need now is just some, like, create custom character, like, official custom character creation thing, and oof. Although, in all fairness, it is... Oh, shoot, it's the next day. It's way too easy to make a character that's just way too good. So, is there anything on your mind? I have been rambling.
I don't know. Not really on my mind, just... I'm kind of out of it at the moment. I'm just tired and sick and tired of just the liquid diet and just dealing with everything. Dealing with
yes, everything is a lot.
government services, dealing with trying to find work, and just meh. Bleh.
Wow. Bleh. At some point, I've got to actually edit all these videos that we've been making and actually set them and actually upload them all. All these Sims, all these Pico Parks, the escape room games. Yeah, I really didn't think that I'd enjoy doing the escape room games together. But they've been fun. I have been enjoying playing them with you.
Morning. Good morning.
Alrighty? No. Oh, shoot. Right, of course. Oh no, my runes! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I had made the dire mistake of saying the line, when you've played as much D&D as I have, to a neckbeard, who took it as a severe personal insult on him, because obviously, someone who's been wasting his entire life playing D&D and doing nothing but playing D&D for the past 40 years, has obviously played more D&D than someone who's less than 40 years old, and yet still wants to make... and still can't think of any more than 4 possible characters. Like, heck, screw it. I've had a... Sometimes, the fun ideas are not the ones that, you know, deal the most damage the fastest, or kill every enemy you face before it can react. I know I've talked about those types of players in the past, and I still think possibly the best way of dealing with them is just like, okay, yep. It's like, oh, you're just going to cast Create Water in the baddie's lungs so they just instantly drown and die? Yeah, you know what? Sure, that wins. You know what? In fact, the king himself says that you are such a wise and strong adventurer that he just gives the entire castle to you, and now you're free to do whatever you want. Anyway, so that's your own world. The rest of us are going to play in a different, albeit identical, campaign world. You have already won D&D, so you don't have to play anymore. The rest of us are going to keep playing, though. You just enjoy your... you win. Go away. Like, I feel like that would be rude, but also, like, for players like that, that's kind of what they deserve, really. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, you win D&D. Now leave and let us just do our silly things on our own. And then you find other characters like, oh yes, I'm, like, you know, basically anyone who wants to play as a goblin is not doing it for optimization purposes. Kobolds, usually. That's actually... I don't think I've ever seen someone playing as a goblin who did it to try to optimize something. But I don't think I've ever seen someone play as a kobold who didn't try to optimize something. So yes, I'm playing as a kobold because then I can get Dragon Rot and do dragon feats and pun and blah 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 blah, because kobold is a playable class that's close enough to dragon to get dragon abilities. Versus goblin, it's like, yeah, I'm goblin because I'm a goblin. Like, I don't think any of those goblin characters would be mechanically worse if they were just halflings instead.
Hello. Hello.
I mean, what are, you know,
Hey.
goblins, but you know, just halflings you're normally allowed to kill.
Hello.
What are goblins but angry halflings? That would be a premise for a nice story sometime.
Hello.
Do-do-do-do-do. Is boredom a sign of, or a symptom of having ADD? I don't know. I've never listened to the side effects long enough to actually know that. I think forgetfulness is a sign of certain mental disorders, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Although I heard a story about someone was just trying to do a study on if mental disorders cause forgetfulness. And someone who was in the study realized, like, when the interview was happening, that they're supposed to have an interview, so they, you know, called in saying, "Oh, shoot, sorry, I totally forgot that we had an interview today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because I'm, you know, still at home because I totally forgot about it." And the interviewer just kind of laughed, like, yeah, I forget the exact quote, but it's like, yeah, it turns out that the research is pretty darn accurate. Considering how many people with mental disorders have forgotten to show up to the interview.
Yeah.
Hello.
Finally. Wait! I grew this myself! I just harvested it, like, yesterday! I'm not allowed to submit this iron leaf.
Hello. Hello.
Well, I guess time to go to the fridge and pull out... Actually, I guess I might as well ship this iron leaf.
Hey there.
Why does the game think I didn't grow that iron leaf?
Thank you.
Marion didn't even register with her creation. Woohoo! Got an achievement for winning that.
Thank you.
So does this spinach have the tag that I didn't grow this myself? Because I specifically actually only got this as a reward for having completed. Because it's supposed to, like, give you back your crop, but technically it just spawned this one in. So if I keep this exact spinach until next year and try to submit it, would it say, no, you can't? Like, I'm not going to do that. But would it just say no?
Oh, happy day. Hi there. Hey there. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hi there. Hello. Huh? Hey. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hooray. Hi there. Hello.
This is my entry to the vegetable contest. Don't look directly at it. It makes it bitey. Oh, man.
Oh, great. Good evening. Hello. Yay. Hello. Yay.
So apparently I have to talk to Hazel
Good day. My.
to eventually start. Huh. Anyway, I think that just about wraps it up for this. What do we talk about anyway? I don't suppose it actually matters. Oh, yeah, don't get randomly angry at people and stuff. I would say for no good reason, but people always think that they have good reasons, so just don't be randomly insulting people. Oh. So I know that I mentioned to you a while back that I hate the phrase, was it like living in your head rent-free?
Yeah.
Someone once said that, some people talking about Twitter, it's like, oh yes, the place used to be great until, blah, like, blah, blah, blah. And then someone commented, oh, I guess Elon Musk is living in your head rent-free. It's like, no, he spent like $44 billion. That's not free.
Also, have you seen the check mark on his account? Clearly he's paying $8 a month. To himself, but still.
Oh, yeah, so... yeah, I think I saw interaction like that as well. It's like, oh, blah, blah, this person's just going to live in your head rent-free. It's like, no, they're paying $8 a month for it. But I was like, Musk spent like $44 billion to buy Twitter. Who knows how much money to make a junky car? Elon Musk is that guy who saw like Cyberpunk 2077 and thought, we should make today look like that. And that's why he made like the Cybertruck, because it looks like one of those cyber cars from Cyberpunk, but it doesn't actually have the features that makes it like a cyber vehicle. Like in Cyberpunk, you can just call your vehicle to you wherever you want. It shows up within seconds. Cybertruck doesn't work like that. In Cyberpunk, you can ride your vehicle out in the rain or off-road, and it's fine, as I've, shown very clearly to you, not to the audience. Cybertrucks, you try to drive them off-road, they're totaled. You get them wet, they're totaled. Cybertrucks have literally killed people in ways that other cars have not.